YouTube, this is Ricky with Shoe Monster Tech. Welcome back. Today we're looking at the Protech SBR. And yes, this is an automatic knife. But before we get into all the nitty gritties and all the goodies, let's let me give a shout out to Tier 1 Gear and EDC Reviews. He's the one that actually let me borrow this knife for review. So go check his channel out. He does EDC reviews, mainly knife reviews. Awesome channel, awesome guy. Go check him out. I'll leave the links down in the descriptions. He also has an Instagram page, so go check that out. So, all right, well, let's get into the specs. Overall length on this is 6.5 inches. The blade length is 2.625 inches. Cutting edge is gonna be 2.5 inches. The blade width is 1 inch. And the blade thickness is 0.12 inches. So yes, blade stock is pretty beefy on this, right? Okay, so the blade grind on this is hollow, drop point style blade, and this one is the S35 VN steel. And what else do we have? Edge type on this guy is plain. Handle length 3.75 inches, handle width is 1 inch, and the handle thickness is 1/2 inch. Handle material is aluminum. Color on this one here is black. The weight is about 3.05 ounces, somewhere around there. Right hand user, and the pocket clip is tip up. You can see that there. Yeah. You got your deep carry clip as well. It's an automatic knife, and the opener is this push button here. And the lock type is a plunge lock, so you gotta bring that blade all the way down. All right, so this one here is the designer of it is Les George, very famous knife designer, and the country this was made in is the US of A. And this is meant for an everyday carry knife. All right, well, we got the specs over with, right? Cool. So, like I mentioned before, the SBR stands for short bladed rock eye, so it is in the rock eye family. It's like a smaller version. And there's all kinds of different versions of this knife. Let's do some size comparisons. Yes, you can tell it is a smaller knife, smaller carry. Very beefy though, definitely very beefy. I mean, look at that blade stock, insane, right? Love it. Let's see, what do I have to compare? Let's compare the Rat 2. I'm sorry, the Rat 1. And let's do the Rat 2. So, yeah, it's definitely smaller than both of these knives, actually. Get that out of the way. You can check out the blade stock comparison. There you go. So, yeah, there's that. It's not a huge knife. It doesn't feel terribly small. I mean, it might look small, but I think it's just because it's so beefy. It doesn't feel like a small knife. Pair of 3. Let's see. Here you go. Get a good eyeball on that. I got my Sharpie around here, so you can compare it to a Sharpie, and let's do it. Compare it closed. There you go. Yeah. So it actually it's while it being beefy, it is still very slim at the same time, so it does carry very well in the pocket, especially with the deep carry clip. Yes, indeed, you can see the screws on there are flush to recessed, should I say. So it makes it an easy, it just slides right in your pocket, slides out, but it does hold well. So yeah, pretty sweet, huh? And you compare it with it closed to a Sharpie. It's not a humongous knife whatsoever. So for the size being 3 ounces, I still consider it a light carry, but it's, you know, heavier than like your Delegate 4. If you're maybe a little lighter than your mini grip. Here's a good comparison. Yeah, so it's a little bit smaller than the mini grip, just a hair. I mean, you can barely notice it. Blade stock, yes, it is thicker. So, but that's that. Let's get into the pros and cons, right? We'll start off with the cons. The cons on this, it's not going to be legal everywhere. It's an automatic knife. I mean, let's face it. A lot of states and countries, areas, their laws say, hey, no automatic knives. It is what it is, right? So check your local laws, whether or not you can carry one of these. I'm up here in the state of New Hampshire, so I am allowed to carry this. But so that could be a con for some people. I mean, so if you can't carry an automatic knife, and then yeah, you won't. It's probably not a good idea to buy this, right? Price point on this, I think is, I was gonna say a con, but I think the price point's right on. This is a great knife. You can go out on Blade HQ and probably get a version of this, not the same exact version, because I think they're sold out of this same exact version as of right now. But you can get the get one for about $170. Maybe you can find someplace else for a little cheaper than that, or more expensive. But yeah, I think price point's right on. This is a good, I mean, it's got a good knife. Okay, so any other cons I can think of with this knife? I keep getting off the con subject and going into the pros. That's my fault. Sorry, fellas. Okay, well, I kind of wish there was a little bit more jimping. I mean, the jimping on the top is pretty aggressive, but maybe just a tad bit right here. I mean, not a huge deal. I'm nitpicking at this knife because I can't really find too many cons on this. If you're into a small knife that is going to be really slicey dicey, this knife's probably not for you. This is a rugged knife. This is meant for heavy use. If you're into knives that are heavy use, that's a pro, but if you're not, that's going to be a con. So keep that in mind. This is not your slicey dicey type of knife. I mean, just look at that blade stock. It is a rugged, beefy blade. That is for sure. No doubt about that. So yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do for the cons because I can't think of anything else. I mean, let's go into the pros. Pros on this, a lot of pros. I absolutely love this knife. The handle and the ergos on this is awesome. For me, it's great. If you got humongous giant hands, this might not be the knife for you. That could be a con for you. But if you got small hands, medium-sized hands, even large hands, and you like a small rugged knife, yeah, definitely a good choice here. The blade style on this, I absolutely love. I love that it's beefy. I like a good beefy knife because I will put my knives through hard use. The deep carry clip, huge pro. And check this out. If you can see it right there, if that camera's focusing, let's grab my flashlight here. I got this out for a reason. You got a lanyard hole right there. So that's a huge pro in that location of lanyard hole because there's a lot of people who don't like to throw paracord or whatever, string, whatever you guys want to throw in there. A lot of people don't like that. So for those people who don't like that, you don't really notice it. So it's out of the way completely. There's no just crazy hole just hanging out there. So that's a huge pro. If you like lanyard holes, it's in a perfect spot. So it's good either way. Good for both parties, right? Another pro on this is the action. Probably that's the biggest pro. This Protech knife's action on this, it's got some kick. This is probably, I mean, the best for an automatic knife I've held in my hand. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I have my first Protech knife I've actually held in my hand. I've never held any other Protechs, that's for sure. So it's got some kick to it. Bam, look at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Huge pro. S35V in steel. Yes, that's a pro. That's good steel. It's gonna hold its edge for quite a while. I do like the grips back here, by the way. I mentioned jimping as a con. I do like the jimping back here. I feel like I'm not gonna lose a hold of this knife, for sure, right? I did forget to mention one con. This is a right-hand user only, so that could be a con for you lefties out there. It's a bummer. Fortunately for me, I'm a right-handed. But all right, let's get back into the pros. The style of this handle, I really like knives that have got this angle on the back. This is more my personal opinion. It just looks slick to me. And another pro to this knife is it's very basic, it's very simple, and it does what it needs to do. It's just a great knife. There's nothing crazy going on. I don't like a lot of craziness with a knife as far as design wise goes. I like a simple knife, and a knife that's gonna work 100% of the time. Yes, this knife will deploy 100% of the time. Even if you drop it in the mud, you got a little dirt in there, you happen to be holding your knife while you're brushing your teeth for some weird reason and you get toothpaste stuck in there or something, it's gonna deploy still. Spring action on this is amazing. No doubt about it. So if you look on the knife, the detail of the handle, they got some good chamfering all the way around. So that's really cool. Definitely. Yeah, great design, awesome knife. I mean, if you got the money to spend on this, looking at $170-ish, yeah, I totally recommend it. If you're looking for a slicey dicey knife, a small slicey dicey, nah, I wouldn't recommend it. But again, I like the beefier knives. That's me. I like to put my knives through hard use. Of course, I don't use my knives to pry or anything crazy like that. So don't ever pry with your knives. Oh, bad. So that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Comment down below. What do you guys think about this knife? What do you guys think about automatic knives? Would you rather have an automatic knife, a good automatic knife, over just a regular Fuller manual knife? Let me know down in the comments. I'm curious. I think I'm gonna do a video here soon on a comparison, like a comparison video, you know, automatic knives versus manual knives. You think I should do that? What do you think? Also, if you guys own this knife, let me know what you guys think about it. And yeah, that'd be sweet. Chime in, guys. Give me some feedback. That'd be awesome. And of course, subscribe to my channel. I very much appreciate you guys that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you so much. And throw a like down on there. That'd be sweet too. But anywho, you guys have a great day. Bye.